Hey guys, my name is Matsumo, and today I'm excited to say that we have finally learned some more details about Battlefield 1's multiplayer. First of all, apparently the Recon class is going to play and feel slightly differently compared to past Battlefield games. The way that they describe it is that if you are using a bolt-action rifle, you're not going to want to be too close to your enemy, which is quite standard, but you're also not going to want to play too far away, and there is going to be this sweet spots. Now, the first time I learned about this, my initial reaction was, oh, they're going to be adopting the same sort of design philosophy that they had with some of the other bolt-action rifles that we had in Battlefield 4. If you've ever used a Scout Elite, you know that its long-range killing potential isn't all that impressive. Even if you line a headshot on someone who's only 100 meters away, because its damage drops off so quickly, you don't get that one-shot kill. Now, for me personally, I never really liked this design philosophy. Admittedly, I'm not the best sniper to begin with, but I always felt like if I was able to line up a headshot on someone who was only 100 or 150 meters away, that I deserved the kill with that bolt-action rifle. Like, that felt like the optimal range for that type of weapon. To not secure the kill with the Scout Elite, for example, in those situations was very frustrating. Now, I realize that I'm probably scaring some of you with this speculation because you're thinking, oh no, they're nerfing the Recon class. I love using bolt-action rifles. This sounds like the worst news ever. Well, I don't think that they're going to go to that extreme. My guess is that if you are within about 400 meters or closer, you're going to be able to one-shot people no problem. But as soon as the target goes to like 500 meters or 1,000 meters away, that's when the weapon's power is going to diminish and it's going to require more than one bullet to take them out, even if you do secure a headshot. This has been a bit of a problem with the Battlefield series for a while now, where you have a sniper that just goes to the fringe of the map onto a mountainside and goes for those long-range kills. And while I'm sure it's very fun and satisfying when they're finally able to drop someone, they're not really helping out their team, even if they think that they are. Getting a kill every 10 minutes isn't really all that beneficial, and so I'd imagine they're trying to disincentivize that type of playstyle and get people a little bit closer to the action. And so in my opinion, if that is the way that they're handling it, then that is going to be a good thing. It's not going to change really anything for the vast majority of Recon players out there, but it will incentivize those people to get a little bit closer to the action so that they can get more kills, but also so their gadgets are more effective for their teammates. Now, the one thing that I'm really excited about is that it sounds like you're going to be able to shoot through a hell of a lot more walls in Battlefield 1. From the looks of it and how they describe it in the article is that if you hear an enemy running around in another room, you can actually shoot through the wall and take them out. Now, what this sounds like to me is either the destruction that we have in Rainbow Six Siege, which would be amazing, or the micro-destruction that we had in the Close Quarter DLC with Battlefield 3. If they're able to bring that type of micro-destruction alongside more of the grand-scale destruction that we get with grenade launchers and tanks blowing up massive holes in buildings, if they're able to bring that dynamic into the franchise, I think that's going to be the perfect fusion. A lot of people have been hoping and praying for just more destruction in the Battlefield series ever since Bad Company 2, but it's always kind of felt like a back step in that department. I'm really hoping, and at least according to this article, it seems like they're alluding to there's going to be just a hell of a lot more destruction, not only on the grand scale, but also more on this micro scale with small arms fire, and that could not make me any happier. Another thing I found very interesting is that it doesn't look like DICE is straying too far from the formula, at least with relation to what weapons we're going to have available to us. If you're a Battlefield veteran, you're going to feel right at home here. Really, the only difference is that there isn't assault rifles. There's going to be 6 categories. You have shotguns, which are great for close quarter combat, of course. There's going to be SMGs, which will be great for tearing people up with their high rate of fire. LMGs, which are going to be great for medium distance. Semi-automatic weapons, sidearms like your pistols, and then your bolt-action sniper rifles. Where we do start to see some differences though, is the way they're going to be able to customize these weapons. What it sounds like is they're trying to streamline everything. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Oh no, they're dumbing it down, it's going to be for the worst. But honestly, from what they described, it actually sounds like it might be the step in the right direction. Battlefield 4's customization is a little bit absurd, where not only it just takes forever to unlock everything, but it's also really hard to identify how these customization options are really impacting the weapon, and if it's for the better, or if it's hindering the weapon for my type of playstyle. And so what they're doing for Battlefield 1 is that each weapon will have 3 different presets, which will significantly change the way that that weapon performs. The example that they give is that you could have a shotgun shotgun with one preset that will increase its damage significantly. There may be another preset that will increase its accuracy, but you may not do as much damage, but it will be better for medium range combats. Another example that I could just think of is, hey, assault rifle may have one that will increase its recoil, but you'll be better at taking people out at a distance. Maybe there'll be another one that will reduce that recoil. Basically, they want to give you options for all of your weapons that will give you an easy on-the-fly choice of, okay, I'm on this map, I want this weapon to perform a certain way, I can click one of the 3 options of these presets and be good to go. They have still said that you're going to be able to customize the weapon however you want. So if you want to change your optic, you want to change some things here and there, that's still going to be an option, but it sounds like they're just trying to make it a little bit more streamlined so it's not as obtuse and as confusing to newer players or even to some veterans. The article then goes on to talk about some other smaller details, like what kind of grenades that we're going to have access to. Well, of course, going to be able to use frag grenades. I'm sure everyone expected that. But we're also going to be able to use the gas grenade, which we've seen throughout the trailers. This is going to have a lingering effect. It's going to stay on the battlefield for quite some time, but do low damage, requiring the gas mask. There's going to be the incendiary grenade, which is basically the complete opposite. It does high damage, but doesn't last as long. And there's also going to be some others that they'll reveal when the game releases. They also talk about how the audio fidelity is going to be even more impressive, which is really saying something considering that the Battlefield franchise has always been known for its high quality audio. The example that they give is that now when your weapon is running low on ammo, you will get an audio cue letting you know that you need to reload soon. And they also say that the weapons are going to have a faster bullet velocity. Now, I don't know exactly what they're referring to. Are they talking about a faster bullet velocity compared to past Battlefield games? Are they talking about a faster bullet velocity with relation to real life? I'm not exactly certain, but at least from what this article is alluding to is that the weapons are now going to feel faster and they're going to probably feel more realistic. The final thing I wanted to mention, which hopefully you've noticed throughout today's video, is the concept arts. Not only does it look amazing, but it also showcases the amount of variety in the weapons, but also the unique vehicles that we're going to have access to in Battlefield 1. There is no vehicle that looks the same, and I have a feeling it's not even going to perform the same to every other vehicle in the game. There was horses, there were motorbikes, you saw people in what looked like the blimp shooting out and trying to take out biplanes and triplanes. There were boats, there were trains. Like, the amount of variety here in the vehicles and the weapons is staggering, and I cannot wait to see how that's all going to impact the gameplay. But yeah, guys, that is about it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. This has made me even more excited for the Battlefield 1 live stream that's going to be happening on June 12th, which I am fortunate enough to be attending. I cannot wait to play the game. I cannot wait to show and talk about all of the things that are happening with this game in the future. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. But yeah, until tomorrow, have a good one and take it easy.